So now I'm going to show you how to use a line to draw this flower and the border around it. We are then going to fill the space around it and the flower with amazing pattern created with different kinds of line. Remember, a pattern is a line, number, color, or shape that repeats in a regular way. Let's get started. Okay, we are going to do this in the first blank page of your sketchbook. You will need a pencil to get started. The first thing we're going to do is create the border or the frame around our page. Now, you can freehand this border if you would like to, or if you really like your artwork to be careful and you're particular, you may use a ruler if you'd like to use a ruler too. And we are just going to trace along the edge of that ruler, rotating our paper each time, running our pencil down along the edge of the ruler, and when we do all four edges, it is going to create a very precise, clean border or frame around our paper. Now, if you don't have a ruler or you don't want to use a ruler, that's okay. You can freehand it. We're just going to start in the upper left corner. Don't start at the very top, though. Draw a horizontal line across. Stop before you get to the edge. Draw a vertical line down the left side. Stop. You don't want to go all the way to the bottom. Draw another horizontal line. Stop. And connect those two on the right-hand side, and you have got a nice frame or border. You can do with a ruler or freehand. That is entirely up to you. Now, to start our flower, we are going to begin by drawing a circle in the center of the paper. That's where all the petals grow off of. If you want to, you can find some small round object to trace. Here I have a small souffle cup, and I'm going to place it in the center and trace around it carefully to get the most perfect circle that I can make. If you don't have anything to trace, or you don't want to trace, you're more than welcome to freehand your circle. I usually start by moving my hand in a circular motion first to get it warmed up to make that shape. Then I put my pencil on the paper and voila, a great circular shape. Now we have to draw our flower petals. They grow off of that center circle, and they radiate around that circle, kind of like the rays of a sun. So I am going to show you two different styles of petals today. One way is going to be a rounded edge, and the other way is going to be a pointed edge. I'll start with the pointed edge. I begin by drawing a curved line on one side. Up at the tippy top, I draw another curved line down to the bottom, and that creates flower petals that kind of come to a point. For each petal that I draw, I am going to turn or rotate my paper a little bit. This allows me to be able to draw beautiful petals all the way around my flower. And there you have pointed flower petals. Next, I'm going to show you how to draw curved flower petals. It's like a big upside down U shape. A big long U shape. You'll notice that I'm still turning or rotating my paper a little bit each time. Every time I draw a petal, I rotate my paper. And now you have pointed flower petals or curved flower petals. Now that our flower is drawn, we are going to fill the center and each petal with a different kind of line. There are zigzag lines, wavy lines, curved lines, and spiral, broken lines, dotted and dashed. And any of those lines can go horizontally, or vertically, or diagonal to create the patterns inside your flower. Any kind of line pattern you want to use, you can. just try and do a different pattern in each petal. Here, I'm doing a diagonal pattern in one petal. On the next petal, I think I'll do a zigzag line pattern, a horizontal zigzag line pattern. Maybe I'll do a vertical wavy line pattern in one petal. And on another petal, I could change the direction and do a horizontal wavy line pattern. Just make sure that you have a variety of different patterns in your petals, and you're not using the same one again and again and again. We're done drawing with our pencil. We are going to trace over all of our pencil lines with marker. I know what you're thinking. Well, why didn't we just draw it with marker in the first place? That's a good question. I always start my drawings with pencil first. If I make a mistake, then I can fix it. Once you draw something with marker, you are stuck with it no matter what it looks like. So I prefer to begin with pencil so I can change my drawing if I need to, and then go over my line with marker. Any stray pencil or marks you can erase when you're done, and it doesn't mess up any of the marker. Once you have traced over all of your pencil lines with marker or colored pencil or crayon, feel free to add more decorative line. You could do some wavy or spiral lines around the flower. You could even add decorative line and pattern to the border around it. The more that you add, the more interesting your art is going to be. Remember, take your time and be careful. I can't wait to see your finished art.